Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and another card making video. Today I am making a slimline card featuring the large die of the month from Spellbinders for the month of August 2021. This is the Hex Kaleidoscope Slimline die set. There are 5 dies in this set, including the cover plate that is just shy of 8 1/4 by 3 1/4, and there is a die that cut that out. And this die has so much detail on it. There's little tiny pierced holes. There's also this plate you can use to cut around it, and there are the 3 hexagon shapes that are made to layer on top of each other. You can see with each die there's a little bit more detail and they layer up beautifully. So let's take a look and see what these look like all die cut out. So I've used the 2 slimline dies together to create this cover panel for my card, and you can see there's a lot of fallout pieces. I'm using my tool-in-one to rub over the top of this with that brush end. I like to do this from the front and the back, and it really helps get out all of those little pieces, even the tiniest of the little holes. There's only a couple pieces that I end up having to poke out, so it works really good. Also, this is the die cut just with that outer edge and not with the detailed piece. Great for layering. Now let's look at the 3 little hexagons die cut out. You can see with each one there is a little bit more detail. So I have the 3 cut out in different colors so we can see easily what they look like when layered on top of each other. They look great, even die cut from the same color of cardstock, and they just have that kind of like an embossed 3D look when you use one color of paper. It also is very helpful to have a glue with a precision tip like this Barely Art glue, because that's the topmost die is very detailed with a lot of thin lines. So there is what it looks like all stacked up. I did one with white on the top, and that's the one I loved the most. So I'm going to use that one on my card today. So I made 2 more of those, and that is what I'm going to have on my finished card. So when looking at this die, there are a lot of tiny holes that really made me want to do some stitching. So I'm going to pull out some embroidery floss. I'm going to pull this apart so I just have 2 strands. The reason why I did 2 strands instead of 3 is because the holes are very close to the edge of the paper, and I wanted the green paper to show on the outside of the stitching. But you could easily do 3 or even 4 strands of embroidery floss. Now I just taped it to the back, which I was kind of off camera when I did, and now I'm just going to do a straight stitch where I'm going up one hole, down the other, so I don't have any spaces in between my stitching, but you could do that too. And if you like the stitched look but you don't want to actually stitch, you can connect the dots with a white gel pen and get a really fun look that way as well. There are actually little tiny embossed lines in between these dots or holes that make it look already like faux stitching. So a lot of fun options with this die. So there you can see the 1 hexagon already stitched, and then I repeated that same thing on the other 2 because I loved it so much. So I did that with white thread, and here you can see that all finished on all 3 of those hexagons. And then there's also holes around the outside. So I found some light green embroidery floss and decided to do the outside as well. The only thing about doing the outside is that there's not a lot of place to hide the back of your thread. So I tried to tie some teeny tiny knots, and I went all the way around, and now I'm just snipping off those excess threads. And I love this look, and it's really easy stitching to do. So there it is all stitched up. And then I decided I would die cut that, remember that back green panel? I decided not to use it. I wanted white in the background instead. So I die cut this with the detailed piece so I could have all these fallout pieces. I thought it might be fun to paper piece some of them back in for a kind of random look. And I really love how this looks, but in the end, I decided not to use this, but I left it in anyway so you could just see what it looks like, because it's a really great option with this die set. So there you can see I just have a few here and there. You could add in a few more, and it's a really fun option. This is the clear stamp of the month, and it has some beautiful flowers in it that you layer. So you're going to stamp the outline image and then stamp that solid stamp with a colored ink to fill it in. So you don't have to color it in, you can stamp it. So that's actually what I end up using, but I wasn't sure still which one I was going to do. So I put some super skinny double stick tape all around the edge of my stitching to hold the stitching in place and to secure it down to that white base. And then I'm using some liquid glue to glue down those hexagons. And then I just decided to put a heavy block on top of it to really press them into place while I get the glue ready on the next one. And that really helped them to secure nicely to my card. Okay, now that those are dry, let's move on to the stamping. So you can see I've already stamped out the flowers. There's actually 2 layers for those larger flowers, so you can stamp them, and they are very easy to line up. I was very surprised. And for these smaller flowers, I'm using some pink ink. I thought that would be a nice complement to the colors I already have going on in my card. There's even this little piece to stamp on the stem and make it green, which I loved. So those flowers came out beautiful. And then I just took my scissors and fussy cut around these. And now, do you see this die I'm using? This is actually from the Glimmer Hot Foil kit of the month for August. It coordinates with this die set and has a hexagon die in it that matches up with this exactly. So I die cut it from some vellum. I wanted to stamp my saying on the vellum and put it in the center, but when I laid the vellum over this, I loved it so much. It reminded me of like a stained glass window. I decided to put vellum on all 3 of the hexagons. I feel like it doesn't take away from the beautiful die cut look. It really adds to the soft feel of my card. So on the center one, I'm stamping Life is Better with You with VersaFine Onyx Black ink. I need to let that dry for a little bit, so I am going to go ahead and adhere down my flowers in the corners, and they are going to just peek in the corner there, but also extend past that frame onto my card base, which is 8.5 by 3.5 inches. And then my vellum, I used some vellum adhesive that was like tape on one side, and then the other side was kind of peeling up a little bit, like sticking up. So I just took my glue and then I pounced on it on my finger. So there wasn't a harsh line of glue, but more like a tacky surface. And the vellum sticks down really well to that and is not visible. So now I'm going ahead and adhering down that card front onto the card base so that it has that nice white border all the way around. And to finish it off, I have a few embellishments. First, I have these pink rhinestones that I'm going to add just to bring out the pink in the flowers a little bit. And I already have the yellow that's repeated in the card and the green, so I needed another pink element. And then I wanted to add a little bit more of that iridescent shimmer like is on the rhinestones. So I'm going to add that to parts of the pink flowers and that one center of my largest flower, and that's going to give a little bit of shine when you turn this card in the light. So all in all, I love this card. I feel like it has a really summery feel to it. I was inspired, my colors were kind of inspired by daisies, and that's where I started, but then once I got going, it kind of took on a life of its own, and I just love all the texture in this card with the die cuts, the rhinestones, the stitching, the vellum. I love different textures on my cards. So I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out, and I think this is a really beautiful die set from Spellbinders, and the Kaleidoscope sets never disappoint. So that is the large die of the month for August 2021 from Spellbinders. I thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you all again very soon with the next video on the Glimmer kit of the month. So if you're new, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you then. Happy stamping! Bye!